Alright, sorry about that thing that you guys just saw. But welcome back. Rashad Raymond AG, not really bringing a video game commentary to you right now, but something else. Today what I'm going to explain to you guys is how to make a professional game commentating video. Now I do understand that financially it's kind of hard for people to get the materials they need in order to do that, but if you do have the money, I am basically going to show you what you need and how much it'll cost for you to complete any video game commentating video that you are trying to accomplish. Alright, so starting off, you're going to need a TV and you're going to need a gaming console, whether it's Xbox, PlayStation, or Wii. The TV that I have is a 1080p HD Samsung, and it works very well. It's a very crisp screen and everything like that, which makes my recordings record very well. And as for gaming consoles, I don't play on Wii. Play on Xbox and PlayStation. So the next thing that you're gonna need is an HD PVR. I have an Hauppauge. I think that's how you pronounce it. But that's what I have. Now there are many HD PVRs out there. You don't have to get that one. But for the best quality and for the best price, I would get the Hauppauge. It only ran me $200. I don't know how much that is to you guys, but it only ran me $200, and it works great in every way, shape, and form. Now when it comes to the Hauppauge, it comes with a disc that you would put into your computer or your laptop that gives you a recording program that comes with the Hauppauge. And basically, if you want that program, you would need a computer of some sort. I honestly recommend a laptop. I have an HP G72, and I use a laptop because it's more portable. Your gaming console, your whole setup might not be close to a desktop, so it might be hard for you to connect your USB from the Hauppauge to your desktop. So it's easier for you to have a laptop. I know most people nowadays have laptops, so you'll be pretty good when it comes to that. Now, video is just as important as audio. The quality of your audio can actually determine whether people tune in or not. They need to hear you. They need to know what you're saying. So you have to have a great microphone. Not an expensive microphone, but just a good one. All right, now I have a producer USB microphone right here that was only $100 at Best Buy. It's not a microphone that you would use necessarily to make music, but if you're doing, video game commentating and it's perfect. It's perfect. Now onward to the recording process of all of this. So once you record whatever the content that you are using via Hauppauge and any HD TV that you were using, you eventually get the files from it, and you would use those to put those into some sort of editing program. Now the editing program that I use is Sony Vegas 11, and the audio program that I use is Cool Edit Pro. Now I'm going to show you exactly how you use both of those when it comes to your video and editing your audio, because they're both very, very important. Alright, so the programs that you are going to need in order to accomplish all of your recording and, editing things are as followed. Well, first, in order to record, this is the program that comes with the Hauppauge HD PVR if you are using the Hauppauge. If you're using something else, then you will have a program that comes with it. But for those who are buying an Hauppauge or looking to buy a Hauppauge, this is what you're going to use. So you open this program up. Let me just connect my Hauppauge so that you guys can see it. Alright, so then you would go to record a video or record video. Once you do that, it will open up basically whatever your TV is displaying. Now, the Hauppauge displays whatever your TV is capable of displaying. If your TV is too bright, or if your TV is not in full HD, it's gonna display that. The Hauppauge is basically to display whatever your TV is able to give you and record it in the best way possible. Okay, so I have an HD TV, full HD TV, so it's recording like this in full HD. Now you see the black bars on the side. When I record it and I put it into my editing program, it does not have those black bars. All right, so basically how you would set it up is you would go to the video input and you would basically put whatever your video input is on. If it's on S video, or if it's on if it's on AVI or whatever it's on, you have to put it to the right setting. So mine is obviously this weird contraption of letters, and the audio input is just default. All right, make sure it's 2 channels, not 1, because the quality of the audio from the actual game, not what you're recording through your microphone, it's coming from the game. It's gonna sound funny if it's on anything else. All right, and record an MP4. If you don't record it, if you record in MT2S, it's gonna give you problems. Your video files, or at least for me, when it came to my program, it wasn't able to find it. All right, it wasn't able to find the program or the file. So I always record an MP4. Now when I put it into Vegas, it exports as M2TS. So you know, it's whatever. So you would press record, and you would capture whatever's on your screen, no matter how you're playing and stuff like that. So that's basically about it for that. Now, what I am recording, I'm going to show you what I'm recording right now, is I'm using Audacity, which is a free program. Nothing, you have to pay nothing for it. All right, it's a free program, and I basically use this to record all audio. I would use File, and I would go to Export when I am done using, you know, recording whatever I have to record, and I edit it with a different program. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna show you Vegas, which is what I record my audio on, and I am gonna actually show you, I mean, what I record my video, you know, where I edit all my video and my audio together, but my audio program is actually linked into Vegas, so you'll be able to see that. All right, so let me just go into my files real quick. I'm just gonna grab a random video, original footage. Let's see, what should we grab? We should grab. We'll grab. No, I don't want to grab. We'll grab Call of Duty, just cause Call of Duty is awesome. So what you would do is you would put it in there. It would build the peaks. It doesn't take too long, depending on how long your video is. It really doesn't take that long. So you would grab your peaks. Yeah, it would build your peaks, and that's basically it for that part of it. You just wait until it loads in. The next thing you would do is you would also go back into your whatever folder you were putting your audio and your video in. I connect all my stuff into one folder, and you would basically grab the audio of whatever video that is, and you would add that in there as well. Now the part is, when it comes to this, when I'm recording my audio and my video, I always start to record my audio first, and then that's when I record my video. I record second. So I always have this long gap in the middle, in the beginning of my audio. So what you gotta do is you kind of basically just have to match it up as best as you can. All right, and once you match it up, you know, and it sounds great, you know, you'll be able to have that. Now with my Hauppauge, again, I didn't have those big black bars on the side, but I do have these very, very thin lines on the side of my video, on the top and on the right side. So easiest way to get rid of that is basically go into the crop menu and click on height and just bring it down to like 710, 711, and it gets rid of it completely. Alright, so once you're done doing that, it's time for you to edit your audio. Once you match up your video with your audio is when you decide to edit your audio. Alright, so what I would do is I would go to the audio, I would right click, and I would go up to open an audio editor. Now if you don't have something already connected to this, it will ask you if you want to connect it. Alright, so you'll connect it to whatever program you want to use, and mine's connected to Cool Edit. Now what I would do is, I'm going to let you listen to how it sounds at first. I don't know if it's going to play through or not.
What is good, everybody? It's Rashad Raymond AG back.
Okay, so then what you would do next, highlight the entire thing. The first thing I do is get rid of any hissing or anything, any clicks, any pops, whatever is in your audio. You want to get rid of that because that can affect your audio. It can make it kind of seem amateur in a sense. So what you would do is you go to Click Pop Eliminator, and you would hiss plus a lot of clicks, and you would hit OK. Now, this is a very long process. Alright, it loads this part up very quickly, but you know, it doesn't. It goes back to another loading menu after it hits 100, which can take some time. See. So I will get back to you guys once this is done. All right. So after you do that, the next thing that I always would, you know, put on the the audio is dynamic processing. So you go up to amplitude, you click dynamic processing, and you would click very fast attack. This allows it to be, you know, kind of be more crisp. It's gonna make your audio look very low once it goes through, but I'll show you later how to bring the volume back up but still keep the effect of the dynamic processing. So after you get dynamics processing, sorry, the next thing you would go to is filters, and I always use graphic equalizer again, and use spit clear. Again, it kind of gets rid of all of the, you know, all the puffs that you would hear, like when you're breathing into the microphone too much. It kind of eliminates all of those. So when you put spit clear on, it doesn't really affect your audio that much. Like you'll see every time you put an effect on, you'll see your audio change. Like the dynamics processing obviously changed the audio a lot, but normally it you know, anything else that you put on it doesn't really change that much, but you can still kind of see it a little bit. So again, this is a faster edit, you know, a faster edit. It processes a lot faster. Click pop eliminator is probably going to be the worst thing that you're going to have to deal with because it takes so long. All right, so graphic equalizer is on there. The next thing we would do is you would go back up to amplitude, and you would click pan and expand. This kind of makes sure that you know, the spacing between each thing is just, I don't know, you know, I don't really know what this does. It just, when I was learning how to do this, when I was being taught how to do this, they said that this was the best way to do it. It kind of makes it sound a lot better. I can't really hear it that much. I'm not really sure fully what it does, but I put it on there anyway. Again, it doesn't really change much of the audio when it actually goes through, but, you know, it still works. I like it, and you guys should like it too, because I like it a lot. Alrighty, 90%. Come on. Alright, the next thing that you would need to put on this is you would need to go to delay effects. Alright, and you would need to do a reverb. Now, my reverb is set a little differently. Mine, normally I would use all the presets for my audio, but I don't use I don't use the presets. I actually created my own because a lot of the presets give you too much of an echo on your video. Now when it comes to recording music, an echo is kind of good to have, but when it comes to just talking into the microphone, it's not that good to have. Now what I went off of was tight and close. So, you know, if you were to use tight and close, then you would edit it off of there. Now, the thing that you really have to worry about is the reverb being too wet, you know, so you would have to put that down so that it won't echo as much and it wouldn't have, yeah, basically too much of an echo. So you won't want that. So after you set your own settings, this is basically what you want it to sound like, not what it has to sound like, okay? So once you get, you know, make your own, or you use one of the presets if you like it, you know, you add that. Again, it doesn't take that long. At the top it says 20 seconds that we have left, so you know, it doesn't take that long. Again, and we're basically, after that, basically you have to just up the volume to make all these effects sound, you know, make loud enough so that everybody can hear it, you know. And dynamics processing makes it go really low, but it's because it's trying to put that effect on it to make it sound a lot clearer, so it just drops the audio big time. So what I would do is I would do hard limiting. What a lot of people do, and a lot of people kind of mess up on this, is hard limiting makes your volume go up, but at the same time kind of takes all of your effects and kind of makes them work with the volume that it's giving you. Okay, so it kind of puts all the effects in, keeps them in mind in a sense, and just makes it awesome, makes it sound good. People would put their audio like this, they would put it into their video editor, and they would just up the volume on the editor, and it's not, you know, the effects are still there, but it's not making it sound as good. It's going to make it sound a lot more muffled because you're just upping the volume versus actually putting an editor on it to make the volume louder. So based on the dynamic processing, how low it puts it, I boost it by 10, okay, because it'll actually really bring the volume back up, and again, still keep all those effects in there and make them sound really good, and so on and so forth. So again, this doesn't take that long compared to the click pop. Again, I don't know why it takes so long, but you know, it's just, it's doing justice in a sense. Alright, so bam, and then you have the audio, and I don't know if you guys will be able to hear this, but
What is good, everybody? It's Rashad Raymond AG back with another video game up.
okay, and it kind of sounds better now. Again, in the beginning you had that hiss, but that's just, that hiss is basically, you know, when I started recording. It's basically everything that's around me. It's not the microphone itself, it's just the sounds that are coming from where I'm sitting. Okay, so yeah, so after you do that, you would just exit out. It's going to say, do you want to save it? You would save it because it's going to automatically transfer over to your Vegas file. Okay? Once it does that, it gets all that in there, it's going to automatically transfer. Once it closes out, you will see the peaks on your Vegas file go away and start to rebuild it. Vegas. See, it's gone. Now it's rebuilding the peaks. It's rebuilding what you edited. So after you match it up, make sure it's good. Normally I would put a fade in the end, and I would put a fade in the beginning to make it look kind of cool. See if we can get it. Nice little fade. Alright. So after you would get that done, that part of it, you would, you know, you're done. Unless you want to put certain effects on it, which I don't normally do. But if you do want to put effects on it, you can. You would have to actually go into your effects and kind of figure out what you want. But after this part, to me, this is done. I'm done making my video. So what I would do is I would go to File. I don't upload it straight to YouTube. I like to actually have the file just in case I ever want to make a montage of any sorts. I can. So what you would do is you go to Render As. Alright. And you would check this box, Match Project Settings. This is going to match whatever your video is. Alright, so if you put your video in as an HD video, you click this and it will tell you what HD things you have available. Now, I went to Sony, the Sony AVC/MVC, and it says MP4 and M2TS, which is exactly what the Hauppauge would record. That's what its options were. So I clicked on those and I clicked on AVC HD. And that's what I normally, you know, make mine in. Now you can make the title whatever you want, and then you would click render. This is a very, very long process. I want you to know that, but that's basically how you do it. And that's how you make a video. Very professional, and it sounds good, and people like it. It's full HD, and it's a wonderful thing. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. You guys have been great, and I will see you next time.